Day 2. I'm a millionaire.
Down go the system, long to the king. Turn the power off and get your water from the spring. I'm bringing everyone with me when shit get iffy. I give 150%. This is the shit that I'm dealing with, but I wish I forget. Used to be feeling depressed. Now that I'm living, I'm a little obsessed. Yes, behind jacuzzis, I be hitting the jet.
First day in Dubai, heading to, where are we headed to? The lounge, right? Zeta restaurant or something like that, for a cocktail reception, just to meet some of the other people that are on this business mastermind. Should be really good. Just connecting with more people with the same mindset or looking to grow. We're just gonna get acquainted with some of the boys. Ross over here, Shane and Bailey up ahead. Dubai is amazing with the views, man. It's just skyscrapers, really. It's so warm. Like, I wasn't even sure what to wear. I mean, the weather in the UK in general is just mad cold. To come over here where it's so warm, you really don't know what to wear. So it is like a bit of a shift.
I don't got the time to let it slide. Yeah, I'm too grounded. Push whips that move mountains. New cribs, blue fountains. These are my surroundings. I be going through it, you just go around it. But it's really not that different.
Just out in Dubai, crazy first day. This epic view. That's the Palm, Jumeirah, which you're gonna be doing the mastermind at. Next few days are gonna be crazy, and you know that we're locked in.
Good morning. Out here in Dubai, everyone's sleeping. It's about just after 6 a.m. Just kind of gathering some of my thoughts. It's not even been 24 hours yet in the city, but I'm speaking quite low as well because some of the guys are sleeping. But it's been amazing so far. Like in the city, it's very easy to just settle in. I don't think you need to think too much when you come here. I've been told that quite often. But actually coming and seeing it for myself, I definitely can agree with that. So now I'm just chilling on the balcony, taking a bit of more time to just reflect, gather my thoughts before the busyness of the day. And it's quite chilled. There's like a chillness right now to Dubai, even though people are getting up. There's an element where when you're up, when people aren't, it feels like you have a bit of an edge. And not like you're in competition with others, but just generally in terms of being the best version of yourself. That's how I feel right now. And trying to maintain the routine that I have. Like when I'm in London, the thing I'll do is get up at 5:10, get to the gym, work out, and my treat then is to go to the sauna, a little steam room, relax, and just take a moment, just sit down and be still. And you have to deal with all the things that just take you from being present at times. This is a moment where you could just be really present. So we're going to be in the Palm. It's going to be really dope. I'm going to definitely document some views, my thoughts. Even with some of the guys, I'll be gathering my thoughts on a daily basis. I mentioned earlier. Let me show you what I'm looking at this moment, actually. You probably see it in my reflection. This is kind of just like my view at the moment. We'll head over to the Palm and start day 1 of the mastermind. Peace out.
Disorientated, should've just rested. Called your phone when I should've just texted. Lockdown, should've just Tetris. Retail therapy, should've invested. Diamonds dance, they should've been tested. Full of his eyes, you can see the intention. Tension, the G-Tech slide with a Jensen. Gated chest with aluminum fencing. They just hopped it, Tate and hopped it. Let me tell you the day synopsis. Found me the meaning of life when they lost it. Scorpion kick on the day they crossed it. Doctor revealing myself, I'm boxed in. Venomous action, toxic. Batman step with the power cosmic. Strike that one, I'm crushed it. Smile, don't cry, pour Henny inside the snakes in the grass with trillion lies. Fake friends weren't there, this really implies I lost it.
Yeah, look, you young boys take some of that money and set it aside. Not having enough to pay your taxes a federal crime. You obsessed with me and it's not on no hetero vibe. Handle beef so quiet, you think that I'm letting it slide. Next thing you know, we tiptoeing past enemy lines. Dissed me so long ago, we making your memories fly. Conspiracy theories start floating around like the Kennedy guy. I'll probably hold a grudge against you guys till I'm 75. Flying for a living, I couldn't relate. We all gotta lay in the bed we make, but that couldn't be Drake. You forced a lot of fake love when real ones stood in your face. That's why you got deserted by your like pudding and cake. I got you on camera bowing down, but the footage is safe. Thank God.
I did ask the guy, is it too much food? He said, no, it's perfect.
I thought that was it at the start.
morning. It's actually day 2 of the Mastermind. Finished day 1 yesterday. Went out for a lovely dinner after. Continuously feeling inspired by the place. So taking some time out as always to reflect, sit on the balcony, gather my thoughts. We went out a bit late last night, so I decided to have a bit of a lay-in so I can rest up and recover. We got a CrossFit circuit type of session, and I hate circuit training. So I said, let me get some sleep in before heading out. But yeah, in terms of yesterday, I guess the biggest takeaways I had, we had a guy called Spencer Lodge who came down. He's got multiple businesses in software, wealth management, insurance, etc. And he was just breaking down his journey, his story, had a background in sales, and just like an unbelievable goal-getter. And I just feel like one of the biggest things that I took away from that is like there's a formula to everything. Sometimes we think that we don't want to aim high because we don't know what that formula looks like or what the process looks like. So we almost try and say, oh, maybe that's a bit too high because I don't know how I'm going to get there. But it's not about figuring out the how. When you're saying a goal, you're just saying what it is, and then you just go after it. And I have to keep applying that as a mindset. You know, I have to have that mindset shift in order to achieve those heights. Even more so, not even just talking about formulas, there's a trend. I noticed there was a trend in the room yesterday. When you're trying to figure something out, you go, okay, who's great in this industry? Like if you want to do something great at something, who's done it before? And if someone's done it before, there's belief that comes with that, because you then work back and figure out who's the biggest in my industry, how much have they made, what was their journey like, what was their process, who's their team, what do they do, etc. There's so much data sets out there that we can be looking at, and sometimes we take that for granted with what we have. And you always hear it from people that have seen business from different generations and different times, that this is the easiest time for us to be building a business. It's competitive because there's access to a lot more people, but generally we've got resources that we shouldn't take for granted, especially like where we are right now and the technology and things we have access to. And I'm really not looking forward to this circuit workout, but you've got to do the hard things first. So we'll see how that goes. Currently just chilling on the balcony right now. Just shot of the views. Shane here. It's not working. So yeah, should be a good day too. Yeah, I'm just gonna get some work done and catch up with you guys later.
Yeah. I text feeling like a fencing match. Your temper shorter and I'm sensing that. You keep talking about some period, but where you about to end a sentence at? Cause you been going off on my ass. Then I tell you where I'm at, and you act like I'm not supposed to mention that. I introduce you to my friends, girlfriends. You ain't interested in making friends. Talking about you wanna cook one in the kitchen, can you make amends? At least we know you got the cakes on you, girl. You should probably stick the bacon in. Working this crowd like the rubber shoe. I swear that I'm not trying to smother you. I got to know a whole other you, but let's not forget how I discover you. We ain't even gotta mention that. Any trying
Killer.
I wasn't expecting to work out outside, but my God, the moment I saw it was outside, I started questioning everything.
What about the cold plunge?
I was light work.
Yeah,
My
light
first
work.
time. I had to listen to some Drake with motivation.
You say once you get in, it's okay.
100%.
I want to focus on just more high level, just doing deals, just high level. I want to get away from some of the nitty gritty, although I've got a team, I've got a small team of 10. There's still a line of management and involvement that you have.
How's it going?
Doing well, man. Just finished food, heading back to the apartment with the lads. Finished day 2. Had Jack Jiggins and Anthony DeVille come down to speak. Started off the day actually with a workout, which absolutely slaughtered me. But did my first cold plunge and it's not too bad. So
Key takeaways from Jack Jiggins?
I actually wrote them down. Know your numbers. One thing about Jack Jiggins, and when he was talking, I was like, this guy, there's not a metric in his business that he doesn't seem to know. And that made me realise I need to go back and do an audit and look at this, because the professional players, they know their numbers in the business game. And another one was being an outlier. He's actually got a very different approach to how some other property business owners run their business. He kind of just goes in a different direction. So it's always like looking at ways where you can get an edge. And when you see people going one way, always look at the other way to see, is there an opportunity there? Because sometimes there is. It's just you've got to be willing to stand out and go in a different direction. So
Yeah, true. And then Anthony Leville.
Anthony's one's interesting because I've seen Anthony speak a number of times, and it was kind of in some ways a bit of a conversation. One thing I took from him, he's got a big goal, and it doesn't necessarily, I don't know if I'll put it out there, but there's people that have big goals and they don't necessarily know the exact roadmap and how they're going to get to that big goal, but it's there, right? And that's not deterred him from figuring out the way. He's actually still figuring out the way, even at that scale. And you're constantly pivoting as well as a business owner.
Yellow stones, love the way they hang, babe. The silicone, everybody fake now. You could crack the code. What's down?
Why do you want those things?
When I look, I think I go back to everything in terms of what I want. I look at my inner child and think of like that version of me who always used to have an unbelievable amount of confidence. It's like I could do anything. Like I was always doubted when I was younger. I always used to overcome the odds. But then somewhere around the line I became a little bit more timid, and I don't know why. But
Probably 12 years of school.
yeah. But every time I tap back into that version of me, I always feel like I can do whatever I put my mind to do. So it's really always tapping back into it. That's one part of it. There's also other elements in terms of helping people, but it's really...
It's a great answer. It's a really good answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it would be fun.
Yeah.
Because my inner child wants to.
Yeah.
It's actually probably the most raw answer ever. I like it.
So Mastermind's wrapping up now. Just chilling on the Palm. This is where we've been filming for the last, well, not filming, but been learning for the last 4 days, and honestly it's been unreal. We've had some incredible speakers. First day we had Spencer Lodge, and then we had Jack Jiggins and Anthony Leville, very big in the property space. And then we wrapped up with Daniel Priestley, which was a big moment for me because I first read his book 24 Assets back in 2017, and then I read his book Oversubscribed. Never read Key Persons of Influence, but I've seen a lot of content about it, and just to meet him in person and for him to dissect what I'm doing and talk about frameworks, that was huge. So amazing takeaways. Today we're just reflecting with the guys, and now we're heading to F1, so Abu Dhabi. It's going to be the final race of the season. That's going to be an exceptional one. Another bucket list item for me to tick off, because I'm a big, I won't say an F1 fan, I'm a Hamilton fan, but this is going to be his last race for Mercedes. He's achieved some incredible things, and now I get to see that in person, so should be a fun day. I'll try and document as much as possible and share more about my learnings from Daniel Priestley. That'll probably come out in another video in terms of what I felt I learned, and just really taking it from there. So yeah, anyways, peace out, see you soon.
I ain't need no other route, I did it my way. Ain't no win, but I knew.
Hey guys, it is 2 a.m. in Dubai. I'll just show you my view at the moment. It's a bit windy on the balcony. Dubai is still alive. Just got back from the F1 in Abu Dhabi, and some of the guys are sleeping. Well, not some of the guys, all the guys are sleeping that we're staying at the apartment with. We've all got different flights tomorrow. I'm flying out at noon, and I think on that flight I'm just going to take some time out to open up my laptop and just start working and planning out what my next moves will be, because there's a lot that's going on in my head, but there's a lot to be done, and I'm just excited for the next steps to take. Over the 4 days, I've met some phenomenal speakers, got some insight into their business, and they were able to just share gems that I intend to implement going forward. And I just feel like as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, whatever it is you're doing, where you're trying to excel and you're trying to achieve the best, you need to constantly be pouring into yourself. Personal development can never ever be something that you cheap out on. Like, and I mean, I feel fulfilled, I feel elevated, transformed every time I invest into myself. You know, the ROI on that is infinite, and you should always continuously be learning in whatever capacity you can. So seeing other entrepreneurs and other business operators that are operating at a high level, still pouring into themselves to gain more insights and knowledge to help them scale their businesses and reach their goals, it's humbling, and it's also inspiring as well. It reminds you that you're on the right path. So whilst I'm reflective, I'm also inspired, I'm charged up, and there's some great things that are about to happen going into 2025. And it was just amazing to end this all off with Formula One, seeing Lewis Hamilton in his last race for Mercedes, Lando Norris, great British driver, winning the race, going to my first Formula One race, being in Abu Dhabi, seeing how people were just interacting, people were friendly, being lovely, being on a yacht, just seeing other people on yachts, saw celebrities that were just really chill in their element. It's just crazy. Dubai is telling me to come out here in December more often, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna sign off and get some sleep and prepare for my journey back to London tomorrow. So I definitely will be doing a video soon about my key takeaways from particular speakers, but that will have to come in another content piece or another format, another video. So yeah, I'm signing out. Love you all. Yeah, this is an insight into me. Like and subscribe and leave a comment and let me know your thoughts.